Hey everybody, it's Tony from Car Stars, and just been working on a couple things around the shop lately while waiting for other things to arrive or dry or whatever. But I don't know if I've done a video on this before, but this is a removable Targa top out of my C4 Corvette. And when I did autocross, my helmet, I'm 6 foot tall, and my helmet would hit the top of my roof. So I got a spare one, bought it from a dude that was parting out a C4, had a little damage on the corner, so I got it for pretty cheap, so I didn't feel too bad about cutting it up. And what I did is I tore out the headliner and cut a hole where my head's going to be, and I then sculpted a piece of foam, glued it to the top and started shaping it, and I didn't really like how the shape was coming out. It was a little too abrupt, like it looked like just kind of a rectangular foam block stuck on the top. So I didn't want to try to create this slope using a ton of putty. So what I did is, again, I went with the expanding foam, like I'm making the air dam out of, the gap and crack foam. And I just layered it here. After it dried, I cut the shape into it and kind of sanded it a little bit with a different harder foam block, and I've got my general shape here. And then I stuck drywall spackle on it, and once that dries, I'm going to sand that. And once I'm done sanding that, I'm going to spackle it again until it's pretty dang smooth. Now, this doesn't have to be perfect, because obviously this is just for autocross, and I'm not going to drive around with it. It's not a show car or any of that stuff, so it's not going to turn out perfect. But once I get it to the point where it's smooth enough and there aren't these big voids and gaps and weird stuff going on, I'm going to then layer over this whole thing with a couple layers of fiberglass. Once that's done and it's mated to the top with the fiberglass, I'm then going to flip it over and I'm going to dig it out from the inside. I'm going to dig out all the foam. I'm going to dig out all the plaster and other garbage that's in there. I don't know if I'll be able to get it all, but I'll get out enough to be able to fit my head up there and have plenty of headroom. So I was initially toying with the idea of making like a double bubble, but since whoever's on the passenger side probably is going to be my wife, and she's like 5'4", so I don't think headroom's going to be an issue for her. And if anybody else taller sits over there, they're just going to have to scrunch down. Because this, it's not super hard to do this, but it is a lot of work and time, and I'd rather spend my time on something else. But for now, this is kind of what it looks like. And once I get further along with it, I'll take some more videos. But this is kind of just what I'm doing right now with the C4, other than the air dam, which we're kind of making out of the same material. And I got my LT or LS1 over there that's waiting to be put back together. I'm going to make a Lexan rear hatch glass. As you can see, this is a spare also, so I'm just going to make a template, cut out some Lexan, and replace the rear glass with that. So pretty stoked. A couple things going on. Oh, and big news is that I'm selling my Starion. That's been darkening my driveway for a couple years, so that'll hopefully be gone soon, and somebody else can work on that project and make it a runner. But for now, I'm just kind of focused on good old American iron. So, all right, thanks for watching. Check with you later.